Oh, that's what I want to talk to you about, man. Did you hear this 3000 song? I mean, you sent me a link saying that there was
Uh,
a
I
hidden verse.
Look, they said it was like when I picked it up, the know that it was live, I seen that it was like a 25, 26 minute song and it had a hidden verse. So I had to I was fast forwarding through it. And when I got to it, the shit was like distorted or something. It was inaudible. Like you couldn't make out what it was saying. I'm like, I'm really off 3000 right now, bro. And it's like, are you
I'm
gonna rap or you're not? Okay, you're not. Then stop playing. Stop teasing. Stop playing with us about it, bro. Like, because right now it's coming across as being like disrespectful to what we want from you. You know what the fans want from you, what the people want from you. You feel me? And it's just like if you don't want to take it serious, that's cool. If you don't want to rap no more, cool. You left us with a body of work where I could appreciate what you did as a group. But
right.
like this stuff that you're doing, bro, it's like it makes me wonder, like, what are you doing? It makes me question, like, what's the purpose behind this? What's the reason? Why are you doing this? You know it's gonna get, you know what you were doing with doing that, and it got people riled up because they want to go hear the hidden verse. They want to see what is that, and it's like, oh, you're disappointing the people, you know. And it's just like I'm off 3000, man. If you want to be peaceful and you want to play your flute, be peaceful and play your flute, man. But stop building up that anticipation for these fans and letting them down, man.
I love 3000. I love Outkast. I love the Dungeon family. Rest in peace to Rico Wade, his mother as well. I don't want anything that I'm gonna say come across as disrespectful, but anybody having Andre 3000 as an individual in their GOAT list or GOAT conversation, like that's just, we got to stop that. Like that's just not a reality. I mean, it feels like he wants that adulation or plays around with the fact that people want to hear him rap so bad that he does these things for attention. It feels like very attention seeking. The song was what, 26 minutes. Now, he knows, and the people who, put this song on the soundtrack or whatever, they know that if we knew that there wasn't going to be any rapping on it, no one's going to listen to it, right?
Mhm.
But if we say that there's a hidden verse here, or he has some whatever, there's a possibility that he could rap, then people are going to try to listen to this 26-minute long song. Listen, man, we're not going to get any raps from Andre. We're not going to get any Outkast material. He's not going to be rapping anymore. People just got to deal with that fact. If you want to listen to him play the flute, that's your own prerogative. I support, the creative license of the Dungeon and any other artist because they've given us so much. But I personally am just not interested in hearing Andre 3000 play the flute. I'm not interested in, him being carried by, other career musicians in these pieces of work. I'm just not. And I think that it's a blessing that he's able to go out there and tour and play flute as he described it, almost from an amateur standpoint, where he's just playing stuff, not reading music, not writing music. Really, he's just going with the flow, and people will sell out or buy his ticket in buy his concert tickets in mass to see him just go out there and play around with something. When you have all these real talented musicians who spent their lives playing an instrument and learning an instrument, who can't get 10 people in the door. It's a blessing that he has that. But the fact that you want to play around with your fans because your fans respect you as a lyricist and respect you as an MC, and basically toy around with the idea that, oh, you want to hear me rap? You want to hear me rap? It's not going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, you guys got to let that go. And if you guys let that go, he'll stop doing this.
Yeah.
Because I mean, look, that's one thing, but it's also disrespectful to have him in conversations with people who really take the rhyme and craft serious and who really have went out there and put in the work and who have done it year after year after year, even when they weren't inspired to do it, and have made a catalog of music and who have built a body of work over time with different producers, different arrangers, different topics, and is able to rap in the 30s, 40s, and even sometimes 50s. For him to even be in these conversations is disrespect.
Yeah,
And not to mention that you guys act like the work that he did in Outkast was solo shit. Like Big Boy is half of that, probably more than half of that if we really break it down and we talk about the hooks and we talk about the creating of it all. So yeah, I mean, I love 3000. Growing up, he was my favorite rapper, but him being in the GOAT conversation is just he's disqualified from that conversation. And that person that said Eminem's the GOAT, like, man, fuck out of here, man. That's crazy.
you want to know 3000, and I don't. Nobody has to agree with me on this. This is just solely my opinion. I don't. I'm not checking for solo Dre stuff. I'd rather hear an Outkast album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you check for a solo Dre joint?
Because the anticipation has never been there for me.
Yeah, like what would you have to go on to say, yo, I want to hear a Andre solo album? Like,
and that's not shitting on his guest verses. He has some dope guest verses, but it hasn't been enough to where I want to be like, I want a solo Andre record. I can't say that has been a thought of mine. I'd rather hear what a new Outkast album would sound like. I want to hear how you guys would be linking up together and being creative and pushing the envelope again. But I never was one of those people that said I want a solo Dre album, but I'm with you, bro. I'm not with you playing with your fans, building up that anticipation to let them down. And it's like, if it doesn't come from you making music where you're actually rapping in the future, then I further along am disappointed in what you're doing. So it's like, I don't get it, bro. What we doing, man?
It's interesting to see though, and I think this is the part that got me disappointed in Dre initially. It's like it's interesting to see who and what he shows up for. The Braves will have an Outkast night. And shout out to Big Boy for holding down the team and actually going out there when these things happen. But he doesn't show up for it. Like I don't even know if he really appreciates the level of love that he receives from not just this city and now hip hop. Like the city's always shown Dre that kind of love, man. And I mean, never seen him really talk about the mural, posted up at the mural. You see Big Boy, Sleepy Brown, and all of the dungeon posted up at the mural that's over on 5 Points all the time. Beautiful mural. It's like, are you ashamed of the legacy that we hold so high? But you'll show up for like, a Frank Ocean feature or something. Mad Max in the super chat says, I always thought that Most was the Vince Carter of hip hop. Most disappointing rapper ever, but 3000 is different worse. LOL. It says, at least Most gave me Black on Both Sides. Yeah, at least Most gave you Miss Fat Booty or something. Like Dre ain't got one song. And then he sits there or whoever put that out there, plays around with the notion that he may actually have a song.
Yeah, so it's like with Dre, man, it's like if you want to be off hip hop, I could respect that, bro. You left us with some classics. That's cool. Bow out. But just stop breadcrumbing us, bro. Stop doing that. It's kind of disrespectful to the fans that are anticipating you. I'm not one of them, but if your fans that's anticipating you, man, you've earned your right to be called a legend, but a legend with Outkast. I don't look at you like that as a solo artist, bro, because you haven't given me that body of work. And that's not going or shitting on Andre or whatever. It's just facts of the matter. You haven't left me with enough as a solo artist for me to anticipate solo music. But
not even enough. You don't have anything outside of the Outkast stuff. I mean, Love Below is not a rap album.
Correct.
He has 3 verses on there. 1 verse on Spread, 1 verse on Happy Valentine's Day, and 1 long verse on the last song. So it's not a rap album. And we're talking about 3 verses, even though that last verse was, minutes and minutes long. He's talking about his life from beginning to end. But it's 2024. We're about to be in 2025. And we haven't heard an Outkast album since 2000. We're going 25 years in without getting a Big Boy and Andre album. And you still got fans out here who are holding out on hope, thinking that's actually going to happen. Yeah. You have a 30-year career, 30-plus year career. Well, no, it's 30 now because 94 to 2024. 30-year career where you don't have one song where it's 3 rap verses and a hook. And we want to be a solo individual. Like, you're not even in that conversation.
And it's just like for me, it's telling when you haven't made music for that long and people are still anticipating. That's great. There's a lot of artists that wish they could have that flair, that wish they
Exactly.
could have that same privilege.
It's a
So
blessing.
it's a lot. It's yeah, it means that there are people still checking. But like I said, man, either you're gonna give it to us or you're not. If not, cool. But stop breadcrumbing the fans. Stop doing this to the fans. And like I said, bro, like if you feel like you have nothing to contribute to hip hop no more, I'm not even mad at you, bro. Go do your
Yeah.
thing. But stop doing this to your fans. That's all.
Again, I think that it's one of those, like Drake said, it's kind of one of those privileged rappers thing, right? It's I don't think he appreciates how blessed, they are, or he is specifically as an individual MC. Like, you're living off of what you did when you were 19 to 25, essentially. Let's just say 28. We'll count Love Below. You're able to sustain your life and live the rest of your life based on the work that you put in from 18 to 28. That is a blessing. That's nothing to sit there and play around with and troll the fans for. And the fact that, like you said, fans are still checking for you based on what you did 20 something years ago when you were in your teens and 20s, that's awesome, man. That's something to celebrate as opposed to sit here and run from or troll about.
Yes, facts, man. So if y'all haven't checked it out, check it out if you want to. It's not a hidden verse that you can make out. You'll be disappointed, but go check it out, man.
Let's talk about another